So, to open up Smackdown, we had LA Knight come out to address the whole Seth Rollins situation and whatever, and he dared Seth Rollins to come out. That's when Paul Heyman came out, and Paul Heyman actually said he's a fan of LA Knight and he's going to do him a favour and warn him to get out of town before something bad happens. And obviously LA Knight doesn't go anywhere, and Paul Heyman says that wasn't a prediction, that was a spoiler, and Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed come out to attack LA Knight before LA Knight gets a chair and chases them off, and they're gone. Right? The sad part about this is I thought we were about to actually get a Paul Heyman match on SmackDown, because LA Knight was like, let's do LA Knight versus Paul Heyman, and I was so for it. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, which is a shame, because that would have been cool to witness. But I like that they're making LA Knight look tough, and they're putting LA Knight in the main event picture. This is what we've needed. Thank you. So, quick backstage segment reveals we're getting Bronson Reed, LA Knight tonight. Let's go. I hope LA Knight wins that. Bronson did get pinned on Monday Night Raw, thanks to LA Knight. So I'm hoping LA Knight wins this. And Paul Heyman said patience isn't a virtue, it's a strategy. It sounded like he said astrology, but strategy makes more sense, so I'm going with that. Yeah. So we just had the first women's semi-finals match for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Asuka beat Alexa Bliss. Not too mad at that, because it was going to be either one of them in the final. I'm honestly not mad at it. But my only problem is this means Jade Cargill is definitely winning Queen of the Ring, because they're not having Roxanne win and they're not having Asuka win. I wanted Stephanie Vaquer to win. At this point, I'm going to root for Asuka, because I believe Asuka winning Queen of the Ring and challenging Io Sky is a better story than Jade Cargill winning and challenging Tiffany Stratton. Jade can still challenge Tiffany at SummerSlam. She doesn't need Queen of the Ring to do that. Asuka would need King of the Ring to put her back at the top. I mean, 2 wins already that 2018 Asuka would have done easily, but the fact that it's happening in 2025, people are surprised. So, yeah. Then we had a backstage segment where Jade was watching it with Michin and B-Fab, and they were saying they need to make their statements, and they were going to talk to Nick Aldis about the tag team title shot, which hopefully finally they get, and we'll keep this women's tag title division alive. But then again, Liv Morgan is injured, so what are they going to do? Are they going to hand the other tag title over to Roxanne Perez, or are they going to relinquish them? Who knows? Yeah, and then Jade had a little bit of an interview just promoting herself, but that's self-explanatory. Few things to talk about. Okay, so Alexa, after losing her match, was confronted by Chelsea Green and the Secret Service backstage. Chelsea Green obviously making fun of her for losing, and she said the Queen of the Ring would have been different if Chelsea was in the match last week. That's when Charlotte Flair shows up, and she said, you're right, it would have been different, because Charlotte Flair would have won. If that was you, Chelsea, you would have tapped even sooner than Alba Fire. And she's saying Alba Fire should have tapped 3 seconds earlier, and Charlotte would have got the win. That's when Charlotte challenged Chelsea to a match, either that night or next week, and Chelsea ran off saying she'll make it a bank holiday, so she doesn't have to do the match. And that's when Alexa was like, I don't need your help, because again, WWE are planting the seeds. We can't tell if we're getting a feud or a friendship between Alexa and Charlotte, because they've been bickering, but a lot of us think they're going to form a tag team because they don't know what to do with Charlotte Flair. That's when Alexa was like, I don't need your help. Charlotte was like, that's cute, I wasn't helping you. Then we cut to the ring, because we were meant to have Aleister Black in action, and ironically, well, not ironically, but weirdly, it was against Kit Wilson. Elton Prince was not there. Said he was sick or something, I don't know, but it was just one-on-one against Kit Wilson. That's when R-Truth stormed the ring and started attacking Kit Wilson, which is weird, because I know R-Truth started saying, put some respect on my name, but he's still a babyface, right? I mean, he's going after Cena, he's got to be a babyface, and, you know, it's you know, but I suppose he's proven himself, he's proven he can do some damage, and he just took out Kit Wilson, essentially. Aleister Black just stood on the ramp like, what the fuck? So Truth got escorted out of there. Weird. I don't know where they're going with Truth as a character. I'll be honest, I don't know if he's a face or a heel. I'm a bit fucking confused. And I don't know who's going to win tonight, because are they going to start rebuilding Truth like this, then have him lose to Cena? Or will he beat Cena, because it's a non-title match? I have no clue. But good thing is we get to find out. Okay, so we had a bit of a backstage segment where Aleister Black confronted R-Truth, like, what are you getting involved in my business for? What was that about? And he goes, nothing personal, wasn't about you. That's when Damian Priest pops up and he says, let me talk to him. Now this is amazing, because last time we seen Priest and Truth together, it was in Judgment Day, and as much as Priest loved R-Truth on the Judgment Day, he had to get rid of him, unfortunately. But it was nice to see them reconnect. Damian Priest give him some advice, got him motivated for Cena, and then said he'll meet him downtown after, and R-Truth actually cracked a smile, but then once he left, went back to being serious. I love this, because we're going back to roots. We're going, we're not ignoring previous storylines. Priest and Truth have history. Truth can still be serious, and he's still a babyface. And they've addressed the fact that the babyface has done the heel thing. I like that. WWE likes to just not address these weird things that they do sometimes, and they have addressed it. That's what I like. Fucking hell, my hairline's terrible right now. Yes, Cody Rhodes was coming out, and there was some weird machine making a loud ass noise right before you had pyro. I was thinking what the fuck was going on. Originally, I thought they changed Cody Rhodes' theme, and they did like a remix, and I was about to kick the TV, but no, I think it was these jet engine fireworks that they had. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I love WWE. Cody Rhodes comes out about to address his semi-final match with Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw. Then Jey Uso comes out. Now, obviously, their semi-final match is poetic. I mean, they were enemies, sort of, because Cody was feuding with the Bloodline. Then, when Jey left the Bloodline, Cody supported him. Cody brung him to Monday Night Raw. The pair of them won the Tag Team Championships, and they've had nothing but support for each other since. I mean, Jey Uso helped Cody Rhodes win the Undisputed WWE Championship and finish his story. Cody Rhodes was supportive when Jey Uso won the Rumble and won the world title at WrestleMania. These two are best friends, and now they're going in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Then Sami Zayn comes out. This again is poetic. A for Cody Rhodes, because again he's been his best friend. On Monday Night Raw, they've been supportive. They helped conquer the Bloodline together. Sami was in the Bloodline with Jey Uso, and they had originally a bad relationship. They didn't like each other until they did, and they were nothing but best friends. And if anyone's been best friends, it's been Jey Uso and Sami Zayn since they've come on Monday Night Raw, since they've done their singles careers. And it's been amazing. Then Randy Orton came out, and obviously Randy Orton goes way back with Cody Rhodes, since Legacy, since being his mentor to now being his best friends. His best friend goes way back with Sami Zayn, where when he came back at War Games, and he's teamed with Sami on a bunch of times, I'm sure. But again, these are the four people that are like, without being the faces of the company, while most of them are faces of the company, but without being the main guy, without always being the center of attention, the fans love Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Jey Uso. They don't have to do anything extra special, even though they are. The fans just love them, and these are the four ultra baby faces, and it's cool to see them in the semi-finals. Now, Jey was like, I'm going to win King of the Ring. Love you, Cody, but I'm going to win King of the Ring. I'm going to beat Gunther at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn said respectfully, Cody, I was there when you finished your story. Jey, I was there when you finished your story. Let me finish mine. That's when Randy came out and he said, look, because obviously Randy's a 14-time world champion, talking to two one-time world champions and a not yet world champion. And he said one day Sami will get there. But SummerSlam is Randy Orton's night, because Randy Orton's trying to become 15 and solidify himself. And he wants to beat John Cena to do it. It's just lovely. I love it. I love the full circle moments. Like, it's crazy. It's what I live for. It is what I live for. But now we get Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn right now. And I'm here for Sami Zayn beating Randy Orton. I'm here for Cody Rhodes beating Jey Uso. I'm here for that final. I'm here for Sami Zayn winning King of the Ring. And I'm here for Sami Zayn winning the world title at SummerSlam. Gunther's champ again. Cool. Doesn't need to be champ for a year though. Doesn't. He won it back 2 months before SummerSlam. He can drop it. He can drop it to Sami. When do we get world titles passed around like this? We never do. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let Bill Gunther up by having him beat Goldberg and defend against Jey Uso one more time. And then he loses to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, the ultimate underdog, winning the world title. Oh, give it to us. Give it. Randy Orton just beat Sami Zayn. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad about it, because this tells me we're getting Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes in a final. I could not see Randy Orton, Jey Uso. My problem is, right, while I'm fine with Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes in the final because that's a dream match, right? The problem is this isn't for a title, and no, forget that point. That match doesn't need to be for a title. The problem was we wanted Sammy to win. We want Sammy to win the tournament. I'm fine with Sammy not beating Randy Orton, and I'm fine with Randy Orton facing Cody Rhodes. But the point is, I wanted Sammy to win the tournament, so we needed Sammy to win this match. Fuck. Randy even caught me the RKO and held a bit before the pin. I'm thinking he's giving him some time so Sammy can kick out. No. That was fully it. And I can tell while the crowd is cheering, it was a bit of a dead cheer. Because we all wanted Sammy to win. Man! This just tells me Cody's winning because I can't say a word where Randy's winning. Cody's going to win the tournament. He's going to beat Jey Uso and he's going to beat Randy Orton. Well, I'm fine with it. Sammy was meant to win. Okay, it's nearly thunderstorming outside, so if you hear lots of loud noise, that's what it is. But this is where I'm starting to get a bit fed up, because while Nia Jax had her match with Tiffany Stratton a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago, whenever, I was happy that that rivalry was happening. While most people didn't want it to happen because it was boring, I was happy because it was a bit of closure, because Tiffany won the title, turning her back on Nia Jax, and they did nothing about it. So having that match and that rivalry last time was closure, while it was the second time they were doing that feud. Now they're doing it a third time, because Nia attacked her last week, and you'd think the dynamic would be different. You know, Tiffany Stratton's had a 6-month reign, and in that she's had 3 separate feuds with Nia Jax. It's a piss take when we literally have Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Nikki Cross, B-Fab, Michin, Naomi. Like, we have all these people, and Nia Jax 3 times. Oh, are we joking? But yeah, so we're doing Nia Jax a 3rd time, and now I think it's next week we're going to get a last woman standing match, which is stupid. Only I saw something. Nia Jax dropped Tiffany Stratton and picked up the title. Now this is normal behaviour for someone who's challenging for a title. The only problem is I see it happening. I see WWE completely throwing Tiffany Stratton's reign away, giving the title to Nia Jax on a random episode of Smackdown. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they want Jade Cargill to win Queen of the Ring, and they want her to go on a SummerSlam and win the title. But they don't want to take, they don't want babyface Jade to take the title off of babyface Tiffany. No, that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? No, that match would feed families, and babyfaces can go up against babyfaces. It's a competitive sport. This isn't, while it is good versus evil, it's not the Avengers. Do you know what I mean? You don't just fight someone because they're good. Randy Orton and Sami Zayn just had a fucking match. It's competitive, right? But I can see they definitely want Jade Cargill to take the title off of a heel, and I feel like they're going to put the belt on Nia Jax. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I hope I am. I genuinely hope I am. But when Nia Jax flowed Tiffany Stratton, Naomi came out in the fake to cash in. There was maybe a part of me that thought maybe she might cash in, but I kind of knew she wouldn't. But the crowd had no reaction. The crowd could not give a fuck. Because WWE have got Nia Jax out there again. They've just had Randy Orton beat Sami Zayn. No, forget that. Randy Orton's fine to beat Sami Zayn. But the point is we wanted Sami Zayn to win. We just had Sami Zayn lose King of the Ring. And now we're having Nia Jax Tiffany Stratton again. The crowd can't be arsed. We can't be arsed. Skip to John Cena and R-Truth. Then leave. We can't be arsed anymore. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. WWE's going downhill. And I wouldn't even say storytelling. The storytelling's fine. The booking, it's terrible. Terrible. So we just had Charlotte Flair tap out Chelsea Green. Sucks for Chelsea Green. And then the Secret Service got involved. And Alexa Bliss came out and helped Charlotte Flair against the Secret Service. Guess trying to form that friendship. And Charlotte Flair rejected a handshake and walked out. So it's not like a planned surprise friendship. We're going to get you the full storyline of Alexa trying to build something between her and Charlotte. So JC Mateo was gearing up backstage to beat up Jacob Fatu as Jacob and Solo had a segment scheduled. Solo told him, wait, I'm going to talk to Jacob. So Solo talked to Jacob and he was like, look, I'm sorry. Come back to the family. You're the only man I actually have, which is insulting to JC Mateo really. But he said, you're the only man I ever have. And he's willing to say, I love you, Jacob, in front of everybody, proudly. He says Jacob doesn't even have to say it back. Jacob just has to come back. And Jacob obviously said hell no. Jacob said, even though Solo's been saying he's the whole reason Jacob's where he is, Jacob helped Solo win most of his matches. He helped Solo be the tribal chief and stay the tribal chief. And he's realised the problem isn't him. You know, the problem for Solo. He's changed ever since Jacob won that US title. And the US title is the problem. And that's when he said, Solo, fight me for it. I love this, because Solo versus Jacob is what we need for the US title. And that's when Solo goes to attack Jacob, and Jacob obviously defends him off, with JC Mateo coming out and helping jump Jacob Fatu and stop beating up Jacob Fatu. Jimmy Uso comes to save. I'm liking this because Jimmy's part of the family. He's on Smackdown. They've got nothing going for him. Partner him up with Jacob Fatu, get the family reunited. Jacob as a babyface, acknowledging his family will be great. So Jimmy Uso helped Jacob fend off Solo and JC Mateo. I'm liking this because we've got many dynamics for Jacob Fatu in the US title. He'll defend against Solo, he could defend against JC, and he could also defend against Jimmy. Jimmy, while he botches quite a bit and he's out of shape these days, he's not exactly the wrestler or the star Jey Uso's become. He's great in the ring in his own right, and when he really goes for it back in his Uso days, he could go, and he's a little bit past the hill, but I still have faith in him, and I feel like Jimmy could put on a good match for the US title in the future. And I feel like in the future the US title is perfect for Jimmy Uso. I really like. I don't know. I'm just rooting for him. So I'm loving all the dynamics we could have here. But Jacob Fatu Solo Squad needs to happen. It needs to happen. So LA Knight and Bronson Reed had their match, and to no surprise, Bron Breakker ended it, and it ended in disqualification. And Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed beat the ever living hell out of LA Knight with multiple tsunamis. It is what it is. Rinse the repeated tsunamis and injuring people. LA Knight's got an interesting storyline right now, and I'm loving it. And it's confirmed, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Squad for the United States Championship and Night of Champions, added to the already Dominic Mysterio AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship, the Queen of the Ring final, the King of the Ring final, and Cena CM Punk for the Undisputed WWE Championship. This is going to eat. Now just imagine, Jacob walks away United States Champion, AJ Styles walks away Intercontinental Champion, Asuka walks away Queen of the Ring, I don't care who walks away King of the Ring, they're all goats as long as it's not Jey Uso, walks away King of the Ring. And we have a banger between Cena and Punk. I don't think Punk would take the title or should take the title. What a PLE. What a PLE. It's going to be better. That is already better than SummerSlam. Already. Not a single bad match there. Not a single bad match. Doesn't matter whether Jade or Roxanne win. Them versus Asuka is a great match. I'd say it doesn't matter whether Jay or Cody wins, but I mean, it's not going to be Jey Uso, is it? Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is a banger match. CM Punk, Cena, while they are both past prime and over the hill. Banger, just in terms of story. But it's time for main event. R-Truth versus John Cena. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, what did we just witness? John Cena, R-Truth, ends in disqualification after about 5 minutes. Cena hits Truth with the title. Still a short match. Still not a good ending to Cena Truth. And the good thing about this match was that Truth actually got some offense in and actually looked pretty good. R-Truth loses to disqualification. CM Punk comes to the rescue. That's when Cena hits Punk with a low blow, hits him with the title, puts him through the Slim Jim table. Obviously, you can see that Slim Jim deal coming in. And, everyone thought, R-Truth put Cena through a table and beat him when CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb. People were thinking it could happen again. People were thinking R-Truth could finally beat John Cena like we all wanted to because it was a non-title match and CM Punk would drop the pipe bomb. WWE dropped the swerve. Cena hit Truth with the title, ruining the match, and then put Punk through the table while Punk lay on the side of the table like John Cena did in the pipe bomb, and Cena dropped his own pipe bomb, set up on the turnbuckle. And I'm not going to repeat the promo because I'm never going to do it justice. I love wrestling and I love John Cena. And this is why. That was fucking amazing. I mean, he mentioned how, CM Punk, he's not the voice of the voiceless because he's now a millionaire. And he's not against TKO. He is TKO because they've offered him more money than he's ever had, essentially. And then he dropped the name Claudio Cesaro from AEW. Also kind of people feel like it's forbidden in WWE. He dropped Nick Nemeth, who was Dolph Ziggler. He dropped Matt Cardona, who's Zack Ryder. He dropped this all thinking like his microphone would get cut off. Obviously, he's not going to because WWE planned it. But he's doing all these moments that make people go, holy shit. Like when Cody said, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? Things we thought we weren't supposed to hear on WWE television, and they did it because of the pipe bomb. And I love that. I love the poetic justice. Again, I said it earlier with Randy and all that. This was more poetic, arguably, and I loved it. And Cena's great at promos, man. That, honestly, I've seen Cena do 10 times better promos than that. But it did its job, and it was a great promo. Oh, I love WWE, man. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.